there he is. There he is.
Hey,
Big Dog, what's happening, family? How you been, man?
man, listen, I'm maintaining, not complaining. You know what I mean? On this quarantine, doing my thing still. Man, I still ain't came out the house yet, man. You can tell by the beard. You know what I mean? I ain't came out the house at all, man. I'm still in the crib. I'm conserving my energy, man. I love what you guys are doing with the show, though, man. It's dope. It's definitely dope, bro. Seriously, definitely dope.
Man, appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much. We appreciate that, and we've been trying to stay out the way as well. With all this craziness going on, though, man, you know, like we said, this was scheduled for last week, and we all decided to take a stand and say, nah, we're not doing it. Blackout Tuesday, we're all gonna ride together. And I definitely appreciate you joining along and being with us on that, man. How is this whole situation, man? Like, what's your thoughts on what's going on right now with all the protests and everything, man?
My thoughts is, you know, first and foremost, man, it's like when you shake up a bottle, let's say you got a bottle with some Sprite, Coke, something with some fizz in it, right? When you do that and you shake it up, when you open it, then that thing's gonna bust out of there, right? It's gonna do it because it's been agitated. You dig what I'm saying? So when you open it up, it's gonna pop. When you boil water, when it gets to a certain point, that water is going to start boiling because it's been heating up for a long time. What's happening right now with the people in the street, with my people in the street, is if people are upset. It's been going too long. Mm-hmm. I was in the closet the other day, and I was looking back at some things that I was trying to give away to Goodwill, and I found a I Can't Breathe sweater from 2014, 2015.
Wow.
And I was like, you know, I'm into fashion, so I'm like, you know, fashion comes back around, but it's like, bro, when things from 2014, 2015, Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe, is now back into rotation again, we got a situation. We got a situation, man. And I mean, you know, it's just when people are agitated, like I made the example about the bottle, when you shake it up and it's some fizzy in that, it's gonna pop. And what's happening right now is you seeing us, the people, pop. Because this is not a to where, you know, sometimes the things happen like this and it's swished under the rug. Everybody just kind of puts it under the rug. Okay. You know, somebody maybe gets in a settlement, a civil suit, somebody gets fired, you know, but very seldomly are cops being charged in this scenario. In this scenario, you got actual cops are being charged with murder, you know what I mean? And you have people everywhere, not just in the city of Minneapolis where it happened, but you got everywhere responding to this thing. So, and I think I see right now with the messaging and with the culture that we as a people, as a brown and a black people, we gotta keep our foot on the gas like they keep their knees on our necks.
Wow.
Y'all be protecting us.
That's it, man. They work for us, man. They're public servants. And that's the thing, is what I think everybody and most minorities are at a point, like you said, we're sick of being the criminal before, you know, they even know anything about us. It's like, soon as they walk to the car, they assume that we're guilty and everything, you know, oh, they have a gun, they have this. Nah, man, like, I'm here with my kids. I got my kids in the car, you know, I'm on the way to the park, and you're assuming that I'm a gangster because I got tattoos, or, you know. And another thing is, like, I've been hearing a lot of people say, well, you know, how would you feel if you were a cop and all these people are shooting, and wouldn't you be scared for your life? And you know, my answer to that is, if a cop is that scared that they're taking people's innocent lives, they're in the wrong occupation. They need to get a different job. You're not built for this. Get the fuck out. Go do something else. You know what I'm saying?
It's a blessing to be able to have songs that continue to live 18 to earn and burn. You know what I mean? So, and that was the beginning. And this is not me tooting my own horn, but sometimes if you don't toot your own horn, there's no music. Okay. The Gotti was coming out when I was coming out, but I'm saying like the Young Dolph, the Moneybagg Yos, the Black Youngsters, the Key Glocks, the JB Block Boy. Look at all the artists from Memphis and look at they fresh. Now, if you go back to when I came out, before I came out, then the style of Memphis music was more grimy and dark and gangster. Just being honest, look at it was before Kia Shine came with So Crispy. Titty Boy, it wasn't 2 Chainz. You know what I mean? It was that style. Like if you look at Wayne's music. Look at his style though. Like the style of music, the style of dressing, the way these guys look now. I was rocking this 607. A lot of money is in Memphis right now, and that's something that like. That's something that's really good, man. I mean, because I remember going out to New York and getting my first deals and distribution deals back in 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. And I'm pushing Gotti, and it's like the New York labels really wasn't trying to hear what we were doing as from the South. Kind of, there was only a few labels that really messed with the South music. So that whole vibe changed. And now you got all these different acts that have deals from Memphis, Tennessee. That is a great opportunity. It's just a great opportunity. So what I've been doing is making sure that I stay inundated with the new artists and making sure I stay behind the scenes, you know what I mean, and connecting dots for the people that are coming up. When my mom passed away of cancer in 2012, and then my dad passed in 2013, one thing we talked about was like, they was like, man, the music, you know, it's cool, man, but you need to like, I remember sitting in my dad's driveway, and it was in Collierville, the suburb of Memphis, and I was in I had a black Range Rover at the time, and he was sitting in that jump with me. We was listening to this tape I had called Long Clock Theory at the time. I'm playing the music and shit. And he said, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, man, the music is cool. You good at that stuff, son. And I love you because you turned nothing into something. You know what I'm saying? But he said, man, you got to go TV. You got to go TV. It's like TV is film. My mom used to feel the same way. She was like, man, you need to go. It's just bigger. And it's like, you know, you have the ability to be able to just transcend and not have to just be stuck in one role. And one thing about the music, even though I love it, it's like, however you come when you do music, like, that's how the people, when they first start loving you, they want you to keep coming with that same thing. They want you to stay right there. You know what I mean? And I understand that because, you know, when I love an artist, I want him to stay in that sweet spot too.
For sure.
But what I do love about the film and TV is that you have the ability to tell other stories that are not your own, you know what I mean? And be able to stretch yourself creatively, you know, and to be able to, so I just like the process of it, to like get a script and go out for an audition and learn it and try to bring something to that character and bring them words to life. That's a lot of fun to me. You know what I mean? It's like, when we can, as long as I have, like my last job was in like 99, 2000, 99, 2000, like that. So I've been doing music head on, you know, for a long time. So once, like when my mom passed, it was like, I took an acting class, acting coaches out here in Atlanta. I just started taking it serious. I ended up booking a pilot, and I ended up getting paid to do a pilot. And it was even before that though. When I used to host Rap City.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you remember back 06, I'm hosting Rap City. Yep. And when I went to New York and I'm hosting it, it was like I did about 11 episodes in like one day. So damn. It was like I did all that in one day and I was done. And I didn't have to go promote. I didn't have to go like the machine took the rest of it and they just did their thing. To be BET, just put it out there, and I didn't have to do no more work. And I hosted at Rap City right when I got my first major deal. And it was like a crossroad. It was like, God, I felt like TV was easier than music. You know what I'm saying? I felt like, yeah, that's super cool. Because when you're a rapper and you putting out music, man, that job don't stop. Ain't no stopping on that job. You know what I mean? Like you got to be you got to be socially putting something out there. You got to be trying to win fans. You got to be working at all times. But when you do that film and TV, nigga, once you get done with your part, man, everything else on them. They do the promotion. You gotta go in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go. Like I can go do an audition. Even financially, for me, it started to be smarter. It was like, all right, I could do something that's a different learning curve that I like to do. I can learn how these because I want to shoot my own stuff, so I can see how all this stuff comes together by being on set. I could teach myself a new skill set and grow. Because if you ain't growing, you dying. So I'm teaching myself how to. I smoke a treat, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm having to learn old scripts and like pick them back. And like in the studio where you record and you can mess up and then run it back. You going to do these. You gotta know that shit. You know what I mean? And you got so it was a different. I stopped smoking like about a year just to just to get the method of acting and how to understand it and get it and capture that moment. Because you only get one to go in and do the audition, right? So went to about 1,000. I ended up doing the acting coach. Got me a gig. Started doing that thing. I said when I got my deal, Sylvia Rhone was like, "You can't do BET, you can't do Rap City." They was gonna give me the job. But she said, you can't do Rap City because people gonna think you a host. They not gonna respect you as an artist or a producer. So I said, I'll get back to the TV. Fast forward, mom dies. I get my acting coach. I started working with her, and then I get a pilot, and then I just kind of caught the bug from there. I'm like, okay, cool. So I had to get an agent. So I got an agent. God opened up that door. Susan believed in me, and then I started just taking auditions. I was going to auditions about a year straight, just getting denied. No. But the shit was cool because it was like I was going out to shit that I liked. I watched on TV. So I'm like, damn, I just went out for shit. So I go out for some shit and then see that shit on TV and see who they picked and shit like that. And I'd be like, all right, cool. I just like to see it happen. And so I just kept doing it. And when my little brother passed away in 2017 to a drunk driver, his friend was driving drunk and he fell asleep at the wheel. And my brother died on impact, right? 2017, right? So when he dies, I get a phone call from his friend. He was in a car with his friend. So his mom's friend's calling me. Her son is in jail for killing my brother, vehicle homicide, because he was driving, right? So she's giving me the information. While she's giving me the information, and I'm telling her, man, we forgive you. You know, I'm just crying. I'm putting myself in the position of if this was me, and I was like myself in there, and then I'm like, I forgive you. And while I'm on the phone with her, we get done. She gives me insurance information and stuff like that, and we hang up. And then my agent called me. I was telling my wife, I said, man, it's the hardest call I just had to make with this dude's mom, who killed my brother. And then my agent called me. She said, yo, you just booked Atlanta with Donald Glover. Like the next phone call. Reinvention is like the mother to survival. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? You gotta reinvent. You gotta realize when one season is over. Well, not necessarily might be over, but it's just like, okay, it's like this. It's a fruit tree theory, right? The summertime right now, if you got a fruit tree in your yard, that's just gonna be blossoming. It's gonna bring fruit, right, this summer or whatever, right? But then it's gonna be the period where you picking all the fruit from that tree or whatever and stuff, right? And then it's gonna go through a period where that tree you gotta lose all them leaves, you gotta lose all their fruit, you gotta leave. All that stuff has to go. Yeah. And it isn't a fruit tree. It just has to go through its evolution in this process. Now, why that tree that had that fruit on it, everybody's speaking from it when it got fruit on it, but then when it doesn't have any fruit, they're gonna go on to the next thing that has fruit right then. Okay? And it's like how music is. It's like, okay, just because you don't have that hit record right now, that don't mean that hit record is a repository of fruit. I just believe in my own, you know what I mean? So I try to put something together that the person who wearing it feels like it expresses something in them.